Hi, I am getting ready. I've lost a fingernail. I've got to fix that. Um, so ignore it, please. And ignore the fact that I still have on yesterday's makeup. It's Saturday morning, and luckily, I don't have to do anything. I mean, I have to do laundry, that kind of thing. But I just wanted to chit chat while I get ready for the day. I slept in till 5:30. I'm usually up between 3 and 3:30. Yesterday, after I got off work, I had to leave early because I had to go take Luna, my cat, to the vet. She's one of 4 cats, and I have one dog, and I have a whole bunch of cats outside. Anyway, I had to take her to the vet because she has a bad skin allergy, and I had to take her to get a steroid shot once a month. And I talked to the vet yesterday. I said, can I just take the shot medication and needles home so I don't have to, because I have to find her, fight her, and get her in the cage. And he said, sure. Do you think you could do it? I said, you betcha I could do it. It would be easier if I had somebody to hold her, but I don't. So I'm gonna do it myself. She's small, but she's wiry. But she's grown. Had her for, gosh, it's during COVID. My little nephew, his little wife, they had some kittens, and I had to go get her. They met me at Home Depot. Excuse that. That's Alexa. Me and my friend, she has, oh gosh, that's the last one. I gotta wash these. These are reusable, which I found to be really much better than having to buy constantly. And it is better for the planet. So, anyway, what was I saying? I'll do that a lot. I forget what I was saying. So, oh yeah, me and my friend, she has Alexa also. I have them everywhere. I have 2 of the newest ones. One here in my bedroom, one in the living room. And then I have the original A. It's a big tall tower. The very first one that came out. Those were, to me, those speakers are absolutely the best. I listen to all kinds of good stuff on there. Oh. I listen to music, 1970s country. Excuse me for having to wipe my nose. Anyway, I always have allergies. So, I listen to it on all the devices. So, 3:30, 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, you'll hear my house hollering out 1970s music. I don't think it bothers anybody. This neighborhood, you don't really talk to each other. I don't like that. I wish I could talk to a few people. But, yeah, it's just me and my cats and my dog. I took care of my dad till he passed. He passed a couple years ago. The worst of it was during COVID, and I couldn't go with him to the emergency room. It was stupid. It was really stupid. I mean, honestly. So I wasn't able to go with him, and he went because his stomach was messed up, and he doesn't go to the emergency room. But he okayed it, and he said, okay, I think I need to go. Well, that scared me pretty bad. So I sent him. Ambulance came and got him. And when he was, after a little while, I called. I said, Dad, what's happening? What's going on? And he said he was sitting in his room. They'd had some testing done on him. But he didn't know, of course. He didn't know exactly what was happening. And the next thing I know, I can hear it. I can hear the trolley, what the heck ever you call them, gurney. I could hear it rolling up, and this guy saying something about emergency surgery. And I was like, what are you talking about? What are they talking about? And he says, I don't know. And so I talked to the nurse, and he had a blockage in his intestine. So they were going to take him, and they were going to get it taken care of. Well, I get a phone call. I'm waiting. I get a phone call, and he had died while he was on the table, which I've had a doctor, anesthesiologist, already say that would happen. So, of course, they brought him back, and he was in ICU, or CC, whatever. He was in one of those places. And he was on a breathing machine. It was horrible. And he was there for a while. I can't remember how long, but then they transferred him to rehab. They took him off the machine and they put a thing in his neck instead, where they just hooked the oxygen to it, so it wasn't down his throat, and he could talk if there was something over the hole, the tube thing that stuck out. Anyway, I begged him. I said, please let me come see him before y'all transfer him. Please let me see him. I hadn't seen him since the ambulance took him. So they said, okay, come on. And they let me come in. And he was so out of it. It was horrible. And they took him to the rehab. I couldn't go inside the rehab. It was one story. So I had to stand outside and look in through the window, fighting the rose bush thorns and all. It was just absolutely ridiculous. He was out of it still. So I went through all that with him. He went through rehab. He started, coming around, but he was never the same after that, mentally, physically. And he came home to a hospital bed, and he stayed in a hospital bed till he died. But we did, okay, I and the doctors and everybody did everything we could to keep him alive. And he lasted about a year. And my mama, she died in 2010. I took care of her till she died. Still don't know what happened. It was something, her brain died. They never figured it out. She was only 64. She died a couple weeks before she turned 65 to get her Medicare. So everything was, all her hospital stuff was free. I hear somebody with a motorcycle. I don't know who, because usually the guy with the motorcycle is further down the road and he just comes by. He's an older man, probably. I don't know. You don't really see him. But when I have seen him in the past, he's like my dad. Well, my dad's age, I guess. My neighborhood is pretty quiet. The house across the street is up for lease. I don't know how much they must be asking because it's been up for lease for a while, and I know they totally redid it, outside and inside, and the yard. They didn't put any grass down, though. I guess he's not going to put any grass down. So I don't know what it's going to look like when it really starts raining. I'm going to try my fake eyelashes today. I've had to take them off because they were making my eyes swell. I know it's the glue. Obviously, it's the glue. So I'm going to try a new thing of glue. It's the same kind, but a new thing. I haven't wore eyelashes in a few days. Well, a couple weeks maybe now. I don't know. It's been a while. And I always wear eyelashes. I do my eyebrows first before I do anything else. But I have a friend that lives in, well, she lives 2 hours away from me, I think. I'm going to go see her on the 14th, I think it is, that weekend. I've never been to her new house. So I'm going to see, she's excited, I'm excited. If you're watching, Shelly, hello. I know this might be boring, but anyway, I have a very sweet friend. She's a colleague, but she lives in San Juan. Hi, Mary Luz. If you're watching, hi. She's sweet. When she sent me a package. When it gets here, I'm gonna open it. She said I could open it on camera, so I'm gonna open it on camera. I've got a shawl for her. I've got to send it to her. Apparently, they take it by foot or something from San Juan to here because it's taking forever. This one eyebrow is taller than the other. I hate that. You can't tell. It looks even in here. We're gonna go with it. Oops. So, isn't that horrible? But it happens when you get my age and you've lost as much weight as I've lost, and I've still got a bit more to go. About 60, 65, 70 pounds to go. Let me throw this glue away so I don't try to use it again. I know people don't do it this way, but this is the way I do it. I'm not gonna put any eye makeup besides some eyelashes on. Oh, that kind of messed up. It's hard to do on this side. Ah, I might put eye makeup on. I probably will because I'm having to make this real thick. Okay. I'll let that dry some. Princess! I have Princess, who's totally a mean cat. She's sweet to me, but I adopted her from my cousin who adopted her from a lady that was going to take her to the pound because she pushes up against you, and it was an older lady and she was afraid she was going to fall. And then the next thing you know, after she gets rid of her and my cousin takes her, that lady got another cat. I don't understand it. So, Princess at my cousin's house was very mean to my great aunt's, who's 94, gives me 95, my great aunt's little cat. So, I told Shirley, my cousin, I said, I'll come get her. I'll come get her and bring her here and see how she behaves with all of the packs that I have here. And they fight, they argue, she's mean, she hisses at him. She hisses at me when she tries to get out the door. She does get out the door. Then I have to run down the stairs, holler at her, and chase her back. And then she hisses at me the whole way because she's mad at me. Apparently the older lady let her outside. I don't know. I think it says I need to order some more eyelashes. Oh, these are big, thick ones. I accidentally ordered these the last time because they're the same company, but it's the same package. So anyway, I went up there, I got Princess, brought her back, and she's had a bad attitude. Oh, come on. Oopsie. Where are the scissors? It's like I have a scissor stealer. Princess, what are you doing back there? What in the heck? I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry. I don't know how to pause it yet. Were you entertained by Princess? I'm having to use my yarn scissors. I have no clue as to why. I have 2 pair. I need to buy some more anyway. Those gold ones that I use are just as dull. It's probably because I've been using it to cut these eyelashes. Anyway, I started crocheting. Oh, it hadn't been a year yet. And I love it. It's so much fun. It has helped me because I'm alone and I get lonely. It's helped me take my mind off of things. Because if you're crocheting, I think this eyelash is bigger. It is, oh well. But if you're crocheting and thinking about that, you don't have time to think about other things. I think about when I was a kid, and I wish I could go back to being a kid. I go by my old house I grew up in every once in a while. I don't know. I'm kind of scared to go back because everything around it is growing up. And the land is extremely expensive now. It's too bad Grandpa didn't keep all the land. It was 10 acres, counting the 1 acre we were on. And it was all trees around us. It was a wonderful way to grow up. But now it's got apartment houses and all kinds of stuff over there. So it is they're selling the property. Trying to. They will. But that property now, just a little bit of it, is millions of dollars. It's ridiculous. Grandpa would have kept that land. Of course, he'd have stayed living on it. But he decided that him and Grandma were going to sell the property and they were going to move to where they like to fish at, Trinity River. Well, let me tell you something. He flooded them out twice before they moved out. And they moved to another town up the road. I grew up there going, I remember my first memory really is Grandpa Kirk had a white bus. Old white bus. Who knows how old. It didn't have brakes, Dad said. And he would drive it up there on the weekends. And the roads were really, it still looks the same up there. Really winding. And I don't know, he made it. But this bus had bunk bed on the side, and it had a table, and I remember the old ashtrays, because everybody smoked back then, except us kids, obviously. That's why it probably ended up with asthma and all that. Anyway, this ashtray with the beanbag on it. I don't know if anybody remembers those. And what was cool to me, there was no toilet. So we pottied in a bucket with a lid, and Mama would throw it out. When we put on these big, huge orange life vests, big puffy orange life vests, and we'd go in the boat, and Dad would drive so fast. I love those days. I miss them. I miss the people, you know? Christmas Eve used to be such a big deal. Can you hear that? Anyway. It used to be such a big deal. We'd go up on the hill to Grandma Kirk's house on those 10 acres. And so many family members would be there. And they would be just be packed, because it was my great-grandma Abercrombie's birthday. Christmas Eve was her birthday. So we would celebrate Christmas Eve and her birthday there. So it would be packed with relatives. And us kids, we'd have so much fun. I do miss those days. I know other people get really nostalgic, I'm sure. Missing those days, missing the people. They're all gone. They're all gone. Anyway. Alright. Well, that's it. Except for my hair. I might straighten it a little bit with a straightener. It's all fallen out since I've lost all that weight. It used to be a lot thicker. Now it's thin as can be. Every time I brush it, more comes out. I need to get my other cousin told me to get some gummies, vitamin gummies, because the other vitamins made me nauseous. horrible. All this hair back here is broke off. Anyway, have a good Saturday. I'm going to do an unboxing. It's really a bag from Mary Maxim. More of my Black Friday deals. So take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.